Hey everyone, welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie and my hair's tangled.
And we have a question for you. Do you think 10 is too young to come out? Just wondering.
Oh, yeah. I have a question.
Sure.
Why haven't you subscribed yet?
Oh, I have. Why haven't you?
It's free. You should consider subscribing if you've been here more than once. If you hate us, come back for more. If you love us, come back for more.
You can also join our memberships to
Boost us up. That's probably if you like us, though, not if you hate us. Not gonna lie.
or even if you hate us.
Come on, sponsor. You gotta hate something. Sponsor your hate. Why not?
Also, if you like this video, like the video.
Comment.
So we're going to watch a video, short clip of a 10-year-old girl coming out as a lesbian. And I'm going to blur her face because she's obviously a minor. I want to know what made this child so scared to come out in the first place. Let me correct myself. Who?
Well, they all say that it's so hard, right? But I mean, it's maybe if you're in a really religious family. But if you're not, like, there's also a difference between, like, coming out and saying, hey, I like girls more than boys. You know? And I think that's confusing for kids. And so they hear, like, gay, lesbian. And the kid thinks, I'd rather spend time with boys. I'd rather see myself with a boy or a girl. You know, I must be that kind of sexuality, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that they understand what they're saying. I don't think a 10-year-old has any idea what saying this is committing to long term. It's really just a feeling like, hey, I might want to date my friend who's a girl.
Or, hey, I like Cynthia in my class and not Johnny or any of the other boys.
Date to them means I want to hold their hand in the hallway.
Right.
Maybe, like, kiss their cheek. Like kid stuff.
Or lip kiss, but not
like
French
a peck
kissing.
a peck on the lip, a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not dating like you imagine in high school and stuff.
Do you think 10-year-olds know that they're lesbians?
I had no idea when I was 10. Not that I didn't know, I just didn't have any focus on that. Maybe that's the difference, is that there was less focus on that when I was a kid. So
yeah.
You were able to live without it.
Yeah, dating for me didn't really become important until I was like 13.
When I hit middle school, so I was like 12 years old. For the youngest end, 11, 12, because you hit like 6th and 7th grade, and you feel like you've grown up. You're out of elementary school, you're not a baby. And so that's when it starts.
Nobody was like...
Generally.
I remember in 5th grade, there were kids who were like, dating, but I say that when I say dating, I mean like Matt liked Brianna and Brianna liked Matt, and Matt asked out Brianna and Brianna said yeah, and so now they're dating, and he'll wait for her at her locker during, you know, when the bell rings and stuff, and maybe they'll eat lunch together, and maybe they'll go to a movie with mom, but not really dating, you know. I mean, you don't really count those as relationships.
I still remember I'm sure everyone does, but I still remember when I was in like 1st grade, there was a kid named Josh, and I don't think that's too telling. I don't know where he is. I don't know who he is now. His name was Josh. Wow. And we spent all our time together. And so we used to say that we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We weren't doing anything. We went to like see things together. We went to do things together. Our moms took us on play dates.
Yeah.
Dating. When I was in middle school, not in middle school. When I was in like 2nd grade, I had a friend named James, and I proposed to him because I was
like
8.
Kid stuff.
Because I was 8, you know.
Oh, I know.
And so to sit there and say that who you are then is who you're going to be in the future, I don't know where Josh is, and the only reason I know where James is because it's my dad's friend's son. Like, it's just not...
This all seems really disturbing to me.
It's not that big of a deal. You're kids. And I knew kids who end up getting crushes on their cousins, so maybe take it easy. I lived in a small town.
I remember being 10, and I remember dating not being a thing. Not because we weren't allowed to, but because we weren't interested. You know, we hadn't hit puberty yet. And then when you hit puberty, hormones start, and then you want to date. So if this child hasn't even hit puberty yet, why are they coming out as why are they coming out as a lesbian? This doesn't make any sense to me. I know for me, like, I always knew I was a lesbian, but times were different, so you couldn't really say it. But I wouldn't have come out to my mom.
But you didn't really know at 10, did you?
In my 10-year-old mind, no.
Were you even conscious of that? No.
I was conscious that I was only attracted to girls.
You knew you liked girls, but you didn't know what that really meant.
Right, because I was 10.
You just knew that you really liked girls more than boys. And that then developed context as you developed with puberty.
Yeah.
And experience, yeah.
Yeah. So this is when that whole Elon Musk is protesting that Netflix show, talking to kids about trans stuff. This is where I think this video comes in, because I don't think you should be talking to a 10-year-old child about their sexuality when they haven't even hit puberty yet. You know what I mean? This is way too freaking young. This is like talking to a 5-year-old to me. Like, they're too young. They don't get it. They know that they like the girls more than the boys, but their brains aren't fully developed yet. How are you going to, who's talking to this kid about sex?
You know what you should say to the child is, it's okay if you like boys or if you like girls. We should talk about what that means when you're older. It's okay either way, and you move on. They're 10. They're not doing anything. You should have taught them by this age what their private parts are and what you should and shouldn't be allowed to touch on someone else. That should be well knowledged, but that's up to you as a parent. And that's a really simple thing to say. We'll accept you either way, but we should talk about this, the birds and the bees, at a certain point, probably when they're going into freshman year. Just saying, especially in this day and age.
13, right? Puberty hits.
13, 14.
That's when you usually talk to them about it. Right. But I feel like this kid has been like sitting in front of a TV where only trans, non-binary, gay cartoons play, and mom is probably has a non-binary girlfriend or a trans lady girlfriend.
They're in a polycule relationship, the parents.
Yeah, like this child has been exposed to stuff that her little brain can't comprehend. And the people who have been talking to her about this stuff have been scaring the shit out of her. And I'm probably sure it has something to do with, like, LGBTQ people are oppressed and people don't like you. And especially those Republicans, they're fighting against your rights. And
you're not going to be allowed to get married because you're gay.
Yep. Coming out is really hard, and a lot of children can't come out because their parents will beat them. Like I'm telling you, this kid has been listening to what do you call it?
A cacophony of lies from a lot of people.
Yeah. And fear-mongering them, like scaring them.
The sad thing is there are very religious people still who will not talk to their children because they come out. So to be making such a big deal out of it is just ridiculous. I was lied to as a kid. I was told they'd accept me if I came out, and then I was genuinely hit when I came out. I'm not trying to sit here and give a sob story. This is just what happened for me. And that is what some people experience still. That was back in 2014. That wasn't too very long ago. And that's not from, like, Mormons. This is from your everyday Christian household. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying there aren't situations where this kind of response isn't warranted. Because there are people who have a really hard time doing it. But this doesn't seem like one of them. This is a simple, we love you no matter what, move on. It's not, oh my God, they're so accepting. Because you don't have the resistance. There's nothing, what are you crying about? What are you crying about? I'm so confused. I would think this kid was just beat for coming out.
You would think that not only were they beat, but they had like really religious...
Very religious family.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have that religious of a family. Like,
why
my
do you
family's religious,
why do you assume that she's not?
Because it says, I'm so proud to be her mom. I wish all parents were the same for their kids.
Yeah.
But, okay, this kid came up to you and was like, oh, I think I might like girls. I might be a lesbian. And you were like, good, because we're so good to you, because a lot of other parents would beat their kids if they were a lesbian, just so you know. Like, what are you saying to your kid? You know what I mean?
In a split family and learning all parents are completely accepting. So who is telling this child that those parents weren't accepting? The parents from the split family? The parent from the split family?
The kids at school? I don't know.
The teachers? It's got to be the mom, too. I'm telling you, it's got to be the mom.
I never disagreed.
I didn't think you did.
Mm-mm.
I'm just hammering it home.
That's why I said, what did the mom look at the kid and go, just so you know, some parents don't accept their kids when they come out. Some parents beat their children, and some parents kick them to the road, and just be grateful I'm not doing that to you, you little scumbag. Like, what did you say? You know what I mean?
Something to scare this child.
That's what I'm saying.
Back in the 90s, if I were to have come out to my mom at 10, I can guarantee you I wouldn't have cried, because I wouldn't know exactly what coming out as a lesbian meant, because I was 10. So this child has definitely been indoctrinated by probably mom, maybe even dad.
Mom and dad's girlfriend collectively.
Teachers.
Polycule girlfriend over here.
Yeah. Friends of mom.
I'm telling you, man, it's you got to be hearing it from somewhere, and it's super messed up, because there are people who really do have resistance even to this day, and you're not one of them. You're just looking for attention.
Have you ever seen the documentary Jesus Camp?
No, maybe.
It's this camp that all these very Christian children go to. The parents are Christian too, but they're little kids, like this little kids and even smaller. And during the services, the children would have their hands up in the air and be bawling their eyes out, like bawling, like worse than this. And that always really fucked me up, because I'm like, you're making these children like visibly, emotionally
distraught.
You're like just yeah, and I don't think they understand why are they? I couldn't wrap my mind around, like, why. First of all, why are they crying, and why are they having such an emotional response? Is this learned from the parents, or is this something else? Have they been taught something that's making them have this reaction? And will that scar those children? Or is this a positive thing? Because to me, what I was seeing was horrific.
I don't know the answer you're looking for.
Well, you grew up in a more...
And I went to a camp for that, like, kind of thing. The way that they promote it is that everyone has some kind of devil or some kind of, like, hardship in your life, and that if you had Jesus, it'd be easier to some extent.
Have you ever seen little kids with their hands in the air crying during service?
Not like little kids, but I've seen like teenagers do it.
Oh no, I'm talking about little.
No, not little kids. I haven't seen little kids do that. I'm delighted to say that the churches I've attended and what I've seen have been people just giving kids fun activities to do, like arts and crafts and snacks. And then when they get old enough, then they learn from the Bible, and then they go from there. I've never seen them, especially the kids I've seen, seem more like they're there because the parents brought them. They don't seem like they actually care to be there.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because this...
I'm not trying to say...
Oh, by the way, Jesus Camp is closed down.
It sounds like it should
be. Just to let you know. It's been closed down.
This is a sick old world. Kids, you gotta change things. Boys and girls can change.
This is the head of Jesus Camp, and she is frightening.
Cool.
She would have scared the crap out of me. If I was a child, I would have been afraid of her.
Change the world? Absolutely. There are two kinds of people in the world. People who love Jesus and people who don't. Where should we be putting our focus? I'll tell you where our enemies are putting it. They're putting it on the kids. How long have you been a Christian?
At 5, I got saved.
Yeah?
Because I just wanted more of life.
You go into Palestine and they're taking their kids to camps like we take our kids to Bible camps, and they're putting hand grenades in their hands.
There's an excitement, yet there's a peace with it all, too. It's really cool. I really feel that we're a key generation to Jesus coming back. And we are a generation that needs to rise up and run with that baton.
How many of you want to be those who would give up their lives for Jesus?
We're being trained to be God's army.
You are the beginnings of a movement. Raise the righteous Jesus.
There's a new church like this every 2 days in America.
25% of American population, that's about 80 million people.
If the evangelicals vote, they determine the election.
They've taken over the White House, Congress, the judiciary for a generation.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Are you a part of it?
Sorry, that ain't healthy.
No, it's
Why are they
really
crying?
messed up.
Why
yeah.
are they crying?
Because I think they like hammer down something that's hard for kids to like hear. Also, I mean, I'm not sure what happened here, but they tell kids something really scary too. If you think about it, Jesus died for your sins. They hung him on a cross, beat him, bled him, killed him for your sins. So when you don't pick up your clothes, when you don't clean your room, Jesus died for that.
They're making them feel unnecessary
Like guilty.
sorrow.
Yeah. And I'm not. I don't think that that's
Weird
the
sort
point.
of emotional torture.
I don't think that's the point of saying like Jesus died for you. I think the whole point of Jesus died for you is to say that you are cleaned of the things you've done
Aren't
because
you
you
supposed to feel
accept
joy
him.
when you do that?
I mean, the lady thinks that's joy, I guess.
That's not joy. That looks like a sad child.
The one kid said it was peaceful.
I don't think the child understands what the hell that means.
I'm joking, by the way. I'm sorry. I joke a lot. A lot. I do joke a lot. And sometimes, it gets me in trouble. But here, I think that there are people who will take anything too far. I don't agree with how the Christian faith is organized to a lot of things. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I brought that up because those children crying reminded me. I mean, this child reminded me of those children crying in Jesus camp. I think it's the same kind of messed up thing they're doing to these kids'
It's like
heads.
a guilt trip, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What did the comments say?
What do the comments? Oh, let's look. Child abuse. Too young for a smartphone. Too young to dye their hair. Too young to have a video of themselves online. The mother wants a trans child. Yeah, probably.
When I was 10, I was dancing. I was learning a routine to Girls Just Want to Have Fun for our little talent show. I wasn't like, I was with a bunch of little girls that were like my friends, but it wasn't like, I was like, that's my girlfriend. I want that to be my girlfriend. It wasn't even on my mind.
I didn't shave my legs till I was like 10. And they're going to know about all that.
My mom freaked out when I shaved my legs the first time because she said I must be trying to have sex. And I was like 11. She said the only reason I'd want to shave is if I wanted a man to look at me.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, my mom said a lot of really weird things.
Oh
to
my
me.
God.
Yeah, I got in trouble for shaving the first time. Tune in next week for more trauma with Jess. Anything good?
I'm reading mentally ill parents. This is child abuse. Kid is crying about something else.
That kid shouldn't have a phone like that. I remember when they had phones that you could only call like your mom, your dad, and the police off of. They were like that big, and they had 4 buttons. Mom, dad, police, one other friend.
We also have to address the elephant in the room, which is
I'm right here. You don't have to say it, okay?
the 2 elephants in the room.
Hey, be nice to yourself. You're a pretty girl.
I'm joking. We have to address this. Why is the mother filming this 10-year-old little girl
For attention.
and putting it online?
Like I said, the mom probably like pumped up the kid with like the worst. Like by the way, don't forget that some people's parents literally kick them out for this. Some people's parents disown them and never talk to them again because of this. So don't you forget that we're really good parents because we love you, and other people's parents don't do this.
I'm going to say something that's really, really horrible, but it's very true. There are sick people online who will use that video.
For bad reasons. You don't have to specify.
There is no way in hell, if I had a child, I would allow their face to be on camera, on the internet, out there in the world at all. Like that, no, absolutely not. So if a woman especially is thinking that's a good idea, CPS needs to get involved stat.
I think that the mom needs a talking to. I think we need to, like, genuinely, I think there should be laws enforced that children are not allowed to use cell phones. They can have restricted internet access up until they're, like, I don't know, 16 to 18. In that range, I'll open up to. But unless you're 16, 18 years old, I think you should have restricted internet access used to educational purposes only and monitored chatting. So, I mean, like, you know how when you're on like certain chat rooms or on like games, you'll type fuck and it'll just be asterisks, like that. I think kids should have anything like that, and that photos, if they like AI censors nudie duties, no, not sending it. You know what I mean? I think that would be the solution. And you have to have you have to enter your ID into your phone, but I think it's worth it to save the kids. I do. I would. If they're doing it for they should do it for everything. I think kids should be saved from what is genuinely one of the biggest weapons of this day and age, an open, free internet.
What should be done about the mom?
Well, if her kid's not allowed to have the phone, she's just posting videos, which, yes, people can use it for twisted stuff, but this is not like a gross video. The kid's not.
The kid's crying.
That's not inherently dirty.
There are sick people out there, I'll say that.
Yeah, but you can find kids crying all over. That's not.
But it's your child.
Yes,
it's your child. You put that on the internet.
The thing is,
knowing there's evil people out there.
If you're telling me that she's a bad mom for doing that, then child actors can't cry either, because it's still a kid crying, completely clothed.
I do still feel weird about that too.
I'm not, but you can't say it's wrong. Like, kids cry, and people people make fun of their kids and slap cheese on their face and take a video of them crying, and then they spread around. I'm not saying it's good. I mean, maybe we should take care of the predators and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Would it? Because then it wouldn't.
Child actors, that's a big topic. There's a lot of issues with that too.
I'm not talking about what happens with child actors. I'm specifically referring to that child actors could not cry if that's the case. In fact, if you're like the adamant, child actors would not be a thing, and then we wouldn't have movies with kids at all.
Okay, fair point. But this isn't a child actor. This is just a rando kid.
You can't make it illegal, and you can't even punish the mom, because then it would say there are consequences to filming children crying.
I'm saying it's morally messed up.
Yeah, I think she's a bad mom.
Now, I'm saying that's your child. What the hell are you doing, lady?
Now, if she transes this 10-year-old, then I would call it homophobic, and I'd call it twisted ideology, delusional ideology. She turns her daughter into a boy.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I would say that the mom should be persecuted.
There are a lot of things we can go into in this video, but I would like to know what the audience thinks, because there is a lot there. So like and subscribe, join our memberships, ring the bell, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one.